So yesterday I made a video proposing that the archons from the Gnostic beliefs are maybe the Anunnaki from the Sumerian records, right? And I mentioned that I was reading the book of Enoch, but I didn't really draw any parallels. So in the book of Enoch, there's a mysterious story about beings known as the Watchers, angels who descended from heaven before the Great Flood, and they shared forbidden knowledge with humanity. But what you may not know is that the ancient Sumerians told a similar story thousands and thousands of years earlier. So, recorded on the clay tablets in cuneiform, the Sumerians tell us a story of the Apkallu. According to Sumerian and Babylonian traditions, the Apkallu were ancient sage-like beings connected to the time before the flood. They were sent to humanity by the gods, and they were credited with bringing civilization itself. Just like other stories are figures like Quetzalcoatl from ancient Mesoamerica, or Thoth from Egypt or Atlantis, depending on how you look at it. So the tablets say that they taught mankind writing, architecture, astronomy, ritual practices, agriculture, and sacred knowledge. Now, if you compare that to the Watchers or the fallen angels from the book of Enoch, the Watchers are also described as beings who descended from a higher realm, and they revealed hidden knowledge to humanity, knowledge that we weren't originally meant to know. So Enoch says that they taught mankind the secrets of astrology, metalworking and weapon making, enchantments and jewelry, and the secrets of the heavens. Both the Apkallu and the Watchers are said to have existed pre-flood, before the deluge. Both descended from the divine realm. Both teach humanity knowledge that allows us to cross boundaries of prior limitation, right? So there are even deeper similarities, though. In Mesopotamian art, the Apkallu are often portrayed as hybrid beings, part human and part fish that descended deep into the ocean every night. Likewise, the Watchers from Enoch are described as unnatural heavenly beings who abandon their proper realm and descend to earth because of their desire to sleep with human women, the daughters of man. But there is one important difference that stands out to me between the two different traditions. So in Mesopotamian mythology, the Apkallu are usually remembered as wise culture bringers, so they're seen as positive. In the book of Enoch, the Watchers become corruptors. Their forbidden teachings are blamed for spreading violence and corruption and chaos across the earth, which is the reason for the flood. So obviously that's a negative spin. So it's just like in the Bible, it talks about how, those who practice astrology and divination, they're detestable according to those books or religious biblical traditions. So this theory is supported in that Jewish culture actually spent time in Babylon during the exile, where these ancient stories would have been encountered. So were they maybe just passed on and retranslated? So over time, in other words, the ancient bringers of knowledge, the Apkallu, may have been translated or transformed into fallen angels, perhaps to incite fear, control over the majority. So whether these stories reflect cultural influence, symbolic mythology, or fragments of a much older shared tradition, or collective memory, like I always say, the similarities between the Watchers and the Apkallu remain one of the most fascinating connections between the ancient world and later biblical religious texts. What do you think? Are the Apkallu the Watchers?